Hi everybody, how we doing? Welcome back to Stumpy Grump Scale Speed Shop. Well, I have finished the AMT 1955 Chevy Bel Air that I did for the Blue Ox Model Shop Street Machine Group Build 2024. Awesome group build. Thanks to Jason there for hosting it. Awesome theme. I hope to do a couple more actually, but I at least got this one done. I did a lot of things to it. I did a Iceman Collections engine that I've never done before. I added on some Jay's rosin wheels and tires from eBay. I put a shifter in from a seller on eBay. Just eludes me right now, but I'll leave a link in the description and I'll try to get as specific as possible with the parts that I actually used to make it a little bit easier if you guys are interested. I did custom exhaust. I made mufflers like I show you in my muffler tutorial. Hopefully you guys have seen that. And then I used some aluminum tubing for the rest of it. So I'm sure there's a couple of things. A Lexus scale modeling hood. Can't forget that. That's a big visual right there. But like I said, I'll leave a description or a link in the description. I can't talk right now. Trying to be as specific as I can with all the parts. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at how this thing turned out. I'm really happy with it. Okay guys, so here it is. This is the AMT 1955 Chevy Bel Air sedan built for the Blue Ox Model Shop 2024 Street Machine Group Build. What an awesome group build theme. So glad to have been able to enter it this year. I screwed up and missed out on it last year because I was kind of new to YouTube and I just didn't have any idea. If I'd have known that it went longer, I could have had a couple for it. But hopefully I can do a couple more for this one. This is done in a custom mix of craft paints. I started with some Anita's galvanized tin and added in some brown for the base color here. And for the top color, I used that same brown, nutmeg brown it was, and I just added some metallic black to it, metallic obsidian, to darken it up and give it a little bit of flake in it. It's got a little bit of flake in it. And this is the Anita's galvanized tin that I used. I hand painted the back emblem there. It comes on the chrome tree. I hand painted it. I used door handles from Fireball Model Works. All the rest of the chrome on here, the chrome trim, is bare metal foil. What else? Oh, the bumpers. I had to sand off the little mold line on each side of the bumpers, and I ended up spraying them with Molotow chrome. What I did was I mixed in a little bit of rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and it helps it dry a little bit more for both bumpers, the front and rear bumpers. I did that. The wheels are from Jay's rosin wheels on eBay. I'll leave a link in the description once again for everything that I used. I'll be specific as I can. For the grill, I tried to drill through the grill to hollow it out. I was semi-successful. You can't really see from this view, but I messed up in a few spots, but it looks plenty good enough. It'll look good enough sitting on the shelf. For the wheels, I did use Molotow chrome, and then I used the body color that I painted inside there, body color. Then I just added a little bit of Tamiya Panaline accent black to help detail it out a little bit. The hood is from Alexa's Scale Modeling. I got that from his eBay store. I just used Tamiya Clear Orange for the turn signal indicators. I did use Createx Pearl Tangerine for these colors in the spear there, just to make the thing stand out a little bit, separate it a little bit. The car that I semi-fashioned this build after had that in the spear, I noticed, so I thought it looked pretty cool. I figured if I could make it work, I will. So I think that's about it on some of the outside modifications. Didn't do too much. The only real outside modification besides wheels and tires that you really see is the hood. So, and you can see I got a nice glue mark on my windshield. Stuff like that just happens. Especially to me, there's always something on one of these builds that I do that just kind of messes it up because I was in a rush or just wasn't paying attention. That just seems to be my thing. Okay, so we'll take a look underneath this thing here. I'd used all the kit suspension parts, just modifying them a little bit. I showed you how I did that. You see the underside of the Iceman Collections engine with the headers that are included, and the oil filter. The 1/8 inch aluminum tubing I used for the exhaust and my scratch made mufflers that are in my muffler tutorial. Show you how to do them. There's the J's rosin wheels and tires. The back I used a rear end from an AMT NASCAR kit, and I made the drive shaft. I just cut the U-joints off. Once again, I showed you how I did that in my previous video on this, the suspension video. So there's the underneath. Going to the engine compartment, you see the 572 cubic inch big block from Iceman Collections. I did the radiator hose from, let's see, what is it? What did I do the radiator hose with? It is just aluminum rod, that I got from Amazon. Easily bendable and everything. You can easily cut it and bend it. Once again, I'll put a link in the description for that. Pretty easy to do. It was, well, easy and hard to do. You see the Axle coil. I can't remember where I got that from eBay, but once again, I will leave a link in the description for it and let you guys know. I'll look it up. Added the spark plug wires. I will say on this particular engine, it did not have a water pump. I don't know, mechanical, electrical, whatever. It did not have a water pump, or a fuel pump, or a starter. Now, had I been thinking about that, I would have. He has them on his website, Iceman Collections. I would have ordered some, but I didn't even think about it. Didn't until I got to the end. I did add a starter from another kit, but it does not have a fuel pump on it. So it's just, this isn't a running. It's not running. So we'll go to the interior now. Two-tone interior using craft paints. There you see the shifter. I'll leave a link where I got the shifter from. Everything else is kit, from the kit. The door handles, I shaved the door handles off, I sanded them off, and I used door handles from Fireball Model Works. And we'll move around to get some more interior. Kit steering wheel. I did add the turn signal indicator though. I did add that. Just a piece of copper wire. I drilled a hole and just added a piece of copper wire. But there's all that. Like I said, outside of that and the shifter, it's all from the kit. It's all box stock. If you can see too well there, the back seat. Not going to see too well through the glass there, maybe. There you go. That's not bad. So overall, I know a lot of you are really familiar with this kit, the AMT 55 Chevy. It's really not a terrible kit. Yeah, there's some things that could be different about it. The molded in exhaust is a pretty big downer and stuff like that, but it is an older tooling, so there's going to be things like that you know, you're just going to have to deal with. This is the second one I've built, and each one I did different wheels and tires on, and a different hood. And I did grind off the exhaust and stuff like that, and put different engines in it and everything. But really not terrible kits. Like I said, the front suspension is all the kit, so it went together just fine. Nothing wrong with the front suspension setup for this kit. I would do a couple more if I had them, and I just might buy some. I've got a few other color ideas and stuff like that I would like to do to this, but this was the second one I did, like I said, and turned out really, really good. Really nice. But I think I've talked enough, so I'm going to cut this video right now and say thanks for watching Stumpy Grump's Skill Speed Shop. I appreciate all the views and all the likes and all the subscriptions. Hopefully I can keep giving you guys some good content to keep watching. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you next time.